Geeta madam, start the program.
This meeting is being
Good evening.
recorded.
This is Geeta Mallikarjunan, CEO of HMA. On behalf of Hyderabad Management Association, I welcome you to the MSME program on the topic Defense and Space Sectors, Opportunities and Challenges for MSMEs in India by Dr. Prahlada RamaRao, Pro-Chancellor in S. Vaisya University in Bangalore, Director of Center for Energy, leading the research team in cold fusion and a Padma Shri Award of 2015. I also welcome our MC members, advisors, and all present on this platform and others who are viewing us live on Facebook. I take this opportunity to recognize and welcome our convener for MSME, Mr. Rajendra Krishna Prasad Reddy, our Vice President, Mr. Jeevan Naidu, our Secretary, Mr. K. Chandrasekhar, and I also welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Dr. Prahlada RamaRao, and request our President, Mr. V. Ramchandar, to take the session forward.
Thank you very much, Geeta ji. Very warm welcome and good evening to all present. And once again, thanks to Dr. Prasad Garu for making our platform very brilliant by your kind presence, sir. Hearty welcome to you, sir. I take this opportunity to you and welcome our Vice President Jeevan Garu, Secretary Chandrasekhar Garu, and the convener for today's program, Rajendra Prasad Reddy. Before I think I go ahead, I should thank Rajendra Prasad Garu for being able to bring Dr. Prahlada onto our platform. It's really a wonderful, just nice work of yours. I think all of us will benefit out of the talk that we are going to hear today on the MSME opportunity for MSMEs in the defense sector. And we all know the stature of Dr. Prahlada Garu. It's a great that he has joined our program today. I also take the opportunity to welcome our past president, Bhushan Garu, and other senior members present over here. Mr. Bhushan very warmly says that he's been together with Dr. Prahlada. Welcome, sir, once again. I also welcome all the August members for present today on this program, and I'm sure at the end of the day.
Yeah, hi sir, how are you, sir?
Yeah, hello. So thank you once again, and welcome once again to all of you. I, on behalf of HMA, being the president, I have honors duty to talk a little about HMA, so that I'll probably be propagating more about HMA and then say that yes, we all in the propagation of management is for the students or for young practicing managers. So may I request all to be on mute, please, when the talk is going on. Yeah. So HMA has been in the forefront, and I feel very proud and happy to say that being an associate of IMA, HMA today stands in the governing council as one of its members. Basically, this has come due to the constant good work done by my predecessors as well as my team happening during this year. Several programs have been done, and of which the usual lecture programs for the general management, for the MSME, for the college students. We've been trying to see that the increase of frequency and try to bring in best of the speakers and see that they get the best of the knowledge. And one of the standout programs has been IRP Industry Readiness Program. Today we have a strength of really about 175 students who have got enrolled for this program. And I'm sure we will be able to do this program well and get a good return from the students on this aspect. I also thank our convener for this, Mr. Jeevan Naidu Garu, and our senior professor, Sri senior professor from IMT, who has made his program very lively. I also thank once again the organizers, Geeta ji, for having done all the background work, and Karthik for supporting this program. And once again, I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. RamaRao Garu, Prahlada Garu, to please take over. Before that, Mr. Predi will give you the details about Dr. RamaRao Garu, who is a Padma Shri awardee. I'm sure his profile is very, very impressive. So please, Mr. Rajendra Prasad Reddy, kindly take over and do the necessary requirements. Thank you and namaste once again.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Respected our HMA President Ramchandra Garu, our Joint President Vice President Jayant Naidu Garu, our Honorable Secretary Chandrasekhar Garu, and our past President Wing Commander Bhushan Garu, and our CEO Geeta Ma'am, and our all MC colleagues and esteemed HMA members, and today evening guest speaker Padma Sri Dr. Prahlada RamaRao's. It's indeed our pleasure, sir, to have in the meeting of today's very fantastic presentation on defense and space sector and opportunities and challenges for MSME in India on our HMA MSME platform. Now, it's my indeed as a convener of MSME of HMA, it's my pleasure and a privilege and honor to introduce you to read your bio, sir, for our all members. It's yeah. Dr. Prahlada RamaRao's is well known for his role as project director for the mobile surface to air defense missile system.
I'm in online. HMA talk ಇದೆ HMA.
Right. Sorry for the interruption. Again, reading the profile of Dr. Prahlada Garu. Dr. Prahlada RamaRao's is well known for his role as project director for the mobile surface to air defense missile system, Akash, and receiving a national award Padma Shri in 2015 in science and engineering. Akash missile system has been inducted by Army and Air Force and is currently in series production. As a director, DRDL, he was a program director for India's submarine launched missile system, K-15, supersonic cruise missile BrahMos, and led the integrated guided missile development program, IGMDP, as the chairman of the program board. He worked directly under the guidance of Dr. Abdul Kalamji, our past president of India, for 25 years as a project director, Akash. Project director for several missile programs, IGMDP, BrahMos, Astra air-to-air missile, K-15, and India's hypersonic technology demonstrator vehicle. He is a distinguished scientist and the chief controller in DRDO corporate headquarters for aerospace system, and was also in charge for external research, academic interaction, industry interaction, intellectual property, user interaction, and international cooperation. Subsequent to his superannuation, he was appointed as the Vice Chancellor of Defense Institute of Advanced Technology, Pune, the only defense university in the country. His areas of interest cover aerodynamics, flight control, guidance, propulsion, system design and system engineering, project management, research management, energy research, and technology management. He has been president and chairman of many organizations and is a fellow in INAE, Aeronautics Society, Astronautical Society, Institute of Engineers, AP Academy, Telangana Academy, Systems Society, Shockwave Society, and IETE, and the recipient of a number of associated awards. He is a member in IISc Board and in the Board of Governors for IIT Guwahati. Currently, he is a Pro-Chancellor in S. Vaisya University in Bangalore and also Director of Center for Energy leading in research team in coal fusion. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome you, sir, for this session. And you can take up the further proceedings, sir. Any help is required, you can call Karthik, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Prasad Garu. Karthik, you can share the screen. Make it full screen.
Okay, sir. I'm doing.
Karthik.
I'm doing.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Karthik.
Welcome.
Well, good evening to all my favorite friends from Hyderabad, especially Hyderabad Management Association. And I have being the president, and I had a great time with Dr. Kalam as my boss, and I was in Hyderabad Management Association, and I think we have done a very remarkable work at HMA. And I want to also congratulate HMA. That spirit of HMA is still maintained, and the team, HMA team, is a wonderful team, and I see one of the most active management associations in the country. So I congratulate the current president, Ramchandra Garu, and all the members, CEO, dynamic CEO you're having, and all the members highly committed. And the HMA has an important role. Why I came to HMA? Because I had a full-time job in TRDL as a director. Is I am convinced that management is an important element of any technology development, any defense product development. Most of the delays and sometimes even failures are due to management failures and not purely technical problems. So I thought we should encourage management also to be given prime importance in the role played for science and technology. That's the reason I joined HMA, and I had a great time, and we did a number of things in Hyderabad. Now, coming to today's topic, I'm fortunate the history and the growth of MSMEs, that is micro, small, medium scale industries, is as much as my own career of nearly 50 years. I have been working with science and technology for almost 50 years, and HMA, the MSMEs, when I see last 50 years, how it has grown in stature is wonderful. So I want to congratulate the MSME, members of MSME, whoever is present here and also who is online, that MSME has a great history, success stories, a number of success stories. I have myself grown with MSMEs in Hyderabad, in Bangalore, in Delhi, in Mumbai, in Pune. So many cities I have worked with MSMEs, and I have seen all around growth. And also, one has noticed that MSME's role in exporting, employment generation, industry development is fantastic. Is one of the leading entities where in the country's economy, job opportunities depend on MSMEs, and therefore we have to see how to make MSMEs perform still better, how to support them, how to encourage them, how to see that they become really stars in our industry scenario. This is what I thought I will share with you, and I'm happy to get this chance thanks to HMA. And okay, Karthik, slide number 2. Okay, now if you look at, I am mostly going to talk about defense sector, because I've been with defense for almost 50 years. Therefore, what is the objective for the defense and Make in India as a part of defense, and how MSMEs can play a role, and how we can help MSMEs to do better. See, the thing is, one is domestic capability enhancement. The way capability has got enhanced in last 50 years. I remember when I entered Hyderabad in almost 1960, late 60s, I entered Hyderabad, and Hyderabad we could do machining, some casting, some forging, some wiring, like that. There was no industry which can do things which can be required for missile systems, aeronautical systems, tank system, nothing was there. Only they were simple fabricators in Hyderabad. But today, there are so many MSMEs who can make almost, I know some of the MSMEs who can make the entire missile themselves, design, fabricate, develop, test, they can do. Simple MSMEs come to that stature. So the capability enhancement of technologies domestically in the country, MSME has a big role, and Government of India has recognized. Most important, not only Telangana government or Karnataka government, the entire government of industry knows the capability of MSMEs. So how to increase the domestic capability, already it has come. For further, how much we can improve. Employment opportunities, millions of people are employed by MSMEs. It will continue to grow. The reason is the government itself is reducing the employment, allowing industries to grow. Industry is large scale and MSMEs. Large scale industry has their own woes and problems and challenges. MSMEs is a different problem. It is more tangible, more tractable, more handleable. Therefore, employment opportunities are directly linked to MSMEs and their growth and their future. And coming to under MSME, you see the startups. How there is a lot of startups coming up. Finally, they will become MSME. They may even become large-scale industry. Startups coming up. Then the economic growth of the country is controlled by this so-called MSME growth I told you. Now, innovation, technology. You see, the way an MSME can do innovation, a large-scale industry cannot do. So therefore, innovation, technology, research are directly linked to MSME's capability. Then security, and now we have come to both internal security and external security from the point of view of defense. But if you also take energy security, on which I am currently working last 10 years on energy security, food security, knowledge security, social security, intellectual property, anything you take, the government requires completely a make in India security consciousness. Therefore, we have to see how to build this as a country. Yeah, next. Now coming to, I like to say MSMEs are there everywhere. You see, why it is there? I was there a part of R&D laboratories, and I was part of PSUs like BHEL, BDL, Midani, Bell. So many PSUs have worked. Then defense PSUs and non-defense PSUs, academic institutions, how much they depend on MSME for their prototyping, their laboratory experiments, shipyards. All the shipyards, though they assemble major ships, the components, the parts come from small scale industries. Then global, how we are becoming global. Recently I went to some industries in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune. I was surprised, very, very pleasantly surprised that many of them are exporting. They have got direct link to foreign companies in Israel, in France, in Germany, in UK, in USA. They are manufacturing products, designing, testing, exporting. So they have become a global player as far as India is concerned. This will continue to grow the way India is growing. Now, why MSMEs are so nice, so popular, so friendly? I have put some USPs for MSME. One is labor issues are far less when compared to a big industry, large-scale industry. There are hardly any labor issue. Number one. Number two, MSMEs, their overheads is low. Their baggage is small and simple. So they become any day cost effective. Why a company in Israel comes all the way to Hyderabad to get a product fabricated, assembled, tested because of lower cost, but equally good quality. That's why MSMEs are so much sort of a hot property for many foreign major MNCs. Now the MSMEs, their strength is agility. They can quickly change. They can change what the user wants, what the customer needs. They can change, not like a public sector where anything you say, they say, I have to refer to my board. I don't know whether my board will approve. Board will take 3 months to meet. And in 3 months, one fellow will raise an objection. They will just wait for the next board. Finish. 6 months gone. So the agility what MSME enjoys, no large scale industries cannot enjoy. The velocity, that is speed with which they can make things happen. See, MSME is generally handled by one managing director or one of the promoters. So the decision he can give, okay, you want to buy, you call that fellow, ring up and say, Are, I want this item, can you give me in 1 week? That's all. The work is done. So the speed is good, efficiency is good. They are highly smart. The today's youth, young people, who are all spearheading the MSME, when compared to a large scale industry, you see more and more of younger people in MSMEs relatively when compared to even DRDO laboratories, there are more and more senior people. So the young people are basically very smart, very innovative, very communicative, very ambitious, and all the energy is there. So we can capture all the good properties of young population through MSMEs. And skill development, today everybody is worried about whether do have the right skill and who can learn better skills, faster skills than young people. They can learn better skills with quicker time and in better efficiency. Therefore, MSMEs really becomes a big attraction in the industry sector. Yeah, next. Yeah. Now I thought I will list down the strengths, limitations, opportunities, and challenges for MSMEs. See, I told you the speed with which MSMEs can perform, the creativity. I have seen many things. Sometimes we have in DRDO laboratories, we want to do something very nice, very interesting, but we will have a lot of issues because we have been customized, tailored to do things differently. Mathematical model, prototyping, simulation, like that we go. Whereas MSME, as one smart guy will say, I will try to do it differently, he will succeed. So the creativity, what you can get in MSMEs, it is very difficult to match either in the large scale industries or in public sector. This is a major reason today startups becoming small company and they becoming unicorn. How are they becoming unicorn? Because their creativity is at the peak, creativity to the peak. So we should harness the strength of creativity. Then the flexibility, I told you, they're very agile and flexible. They can change, they can modify, they can adapt, and they can do just like that, what they want to do, their availability. Profitability is good because they don't carry a lot of baggage. Their overheads are the smallest overheads. Whereas if you take some other place, overheads are so high because of their history, and it will be difficult for them to do with such low profit margins. Productivity. Though their profitability is good, their productivity also equally good. They can work day and night. I used to go, I was there in Balasore for launching various missiles. And we are doing some testing in the Balasore. And suddenly night at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we find some problem. We need a small work to be done in a small workshop. And in Balasore, it's a small place in Bhubaneswar, in Odisha. How do you get it? So somebody will take a vehicle, go to their industry sector. There is a like industrial estate that what we have in Hyderabad and in Bangalore. So he will go, and then there will be small shops working at night, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, turning, machining, grinding, something. He will go and say, Arey bhai, we have come for Balasore launch. Some problem there, can you help me? And they will just like that, they will take the work overnight, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they correct it and send it back. By midnight, I get the component from the small scale industry. Such stories are not possible if you don't have such smart MSMEs. Then the passion driven. See, they are so much passionate about it. I told you, Balasore, if moment they say, अरे आप बालासोर से आए, अरे आप मिसाइल काम कर रहे हैं साहब, हम कुछ भी कर सकते हैं आपके लिए. So this type of a passion, you can't imagine their commitment to such challenge. If there is a challenge, they say हम करेंगे. So these are all the property strength of MSMEs, which are continuously going to grow. But there are limitations also. See, we have to accept what is the limitation, how to overcome each one of them. One is infrastructure. They can't create a large infrastructure which sometimes costs crores of rupees. So they have to depend on large public sector, large DPSU, or government sector to have big infrastructure. And fortunately, Government of India has now decided that large infrastructure should be allowed to be used by MSMEs. So the government cannot say, I will not be able to give you because government property. No, government has told you can use this for the nation building. Then another challenge MSMEs is HR migration. See, smart fellows seem to grow faster. So for example, if smart fellow sees a new startup coming, if he likes it, he will move just like that. Our smart fellows now, HAL, Tata's, such Tata groups wants to recruit people. Small scale company people will quickly go because they will get probably higher salary or at least a more secure job. In small scale, the security of a job is little limited, questionable, whereas in the large scale is more streamlined and systematized. So people would like to go for stability, and otherwise they are a little worried. So they will go. Then it is owner driven. See, generally MSMEs are there is a one owner proprietor, and sometimes if he is only 1% decision and he has some chemistry or problem or his own idiosyncrasies, it is difficult to overcome. So owner driven is its own limitation. Whereas once you grow a bigger company, you get a board, you get a management structure, you have to go through better system. Then poor infrastructure, I told you, lack of infrastructure, poor infrastructure are synonymous. Then remote locations. Say these large scale industries are in big cities. Therefore, they are all, in well-established cities, they will be there. Whereas small-scale industries are in small towns. I used to go near Vijayawada, one small town, and near Vijayawada for getting some composite products. It is almost just beyond a small village. It's got a small village with some small village and small company with 25, 30 people. He has opened a company there and started. I asked him, why are you here? You should have established a company in a big city. Why are you in a small town? He says, sir, itna jaga, how can I afford? In city like Hyderabad, I can't get. Now I got 5 acres of land here. I get low cost. So I will start my industry here in small town. I cannot afford in Hyderabad. So it is the advantage. It is a challenge. It is a limitation. Small remote location, but the advantage lower cost. So they have to see how to handle it. Then poorer utilities. Normally MSMEs, if you go to any industrial estate, I feel very bad. I have gone to industrial estates in Balanagar or in Hyderabad or in Bangalore, Pina, Bomsandra. It is really, see, when you go to a company like HAL or a Tata's, you see a 5-star type of a culture. If you go to industrial estate, you think it is just a poor, you get the feeling that you are in Dharavi. Very poor sanitation, no proper electricity, wires hanging, no proper place to sit and even have a cup of coffee. It is very poorly managed. Utilities and logistics is very bad. They are earning in crores, but they don't have any because the difficulty is they're all small scale industries. They can't invest themselves. The big corporations will not go to this area. They will go to where the politicians and all are supported. So they go. So these are all neglected utilities and logistics. So we have to notice this and see how to correct it. Then comes lack of capital. So sometimes they have to borrow loan, and sometimes they charge interest 12%, 15%. It's a big burden on MSMEs. They can't afford capital investment to be made available. Government is looking at it. Probably we should also help them. And they don't have a brand. See, you want to go and buy an item, immediately they say, hey, which company is making it? So you say Tata, you say Reliance, immediately, TK. But if you say it is made by some N company, so you would have manufactured, you would have put a seal of some big brand and marketed. So the branding is not there for small scale industries. Therefore, they cannot get the value for a branded item. See, you now, for example, you go to ready-made, any items, industrial item or non-industrial, they all like to put a brand name which is well known in the world. Instead of say, I made it, they say, I don't want my name, let some brand name go. I want my money, that's all. So that's a problem. Then no long-term security, I told you, salary or job or health care or insurance, accident relief, anything it may be challenged, whether they will be able to get it, that limitation exists. Then, of course, they cannot quickly go enhance their knowledge like in a government or a big factory setup. You can go for a training, you can join some workshop, you can go for management upgradation, faculty development, you can do many things. In a small scale industry, these are all becoming a bit difficult. How to change it? These are all the limitations as I perceive. Now come to opportunities. But you see the golden opportunities for them. It is every day it's improving. There's a government it's of India schemes are there every day supporting MSMEs. There's a minister created for handling MSME affairs, full-time minister. That itself shows the seriousness of government. Similarly, assured business to MSMEs. Government has now announced so much percentage of business has to be made available by government to MSME sector. It's there in state level, it is there in central level. Assured percentage of business to MSMEs. Then lifetime product support. There's one more very nice thing to happen is that when you make a big system and deliver to user, whether defense or non-defense user, which is the MSMEs, they will give a lifetime support, 10 years, 15 years. Quickly, you want to change. You go to MSMEs, they will do at a low cost your required support, product support, they will assure you. So that is the greatest strength of MSME sector. Then latest you better have come across what is known as DCPP in DRDO. DCPP is development come production partner. This is a one boon for MSME sector. Suppose there is a small company and some missile is making, you want to make a computer, or you want to make a control, you want to make an actuator, or you want to make a motor. So you can become a development come production partner for the particular DRDO laboratory. That is, the small company can bid that I want to make a motor for you for this specification. So then DRDO will say, let you be my partner. So DRDO and MSME will jointly develop, and the industry will be allowed to come to DRDO laboratory and work with the DRDO scientists to develop the product, test it along with them, learn it, and then they will have the assurance of production by the government of India when this product goes into production. See, this is development come production partner. Is a new thing that the MOD, Ministry of Defense, has started, and this is catching up in a big way, and there are many small industries will benefit because of this. Now, next point I told you, global business. I told you, you just go to any industrial estate, talk to 5, at least there will be 2 or 3 saying that I'm exporting. It is a global market. Whoever they are earning in dollars. Then offset benefits. See, in the defense and also in commercial world, when government buys big item, like a shipyard or gets into any aircraft assembly, such things when they go, then they are to the exporting company should assure offset for government of India. That is, if you order a 20,000 crore worth of contract by government of India, they may even say 50%. That is 10,000 crores out of 20,000 crores has to be manufactured, used it within India. You can't import all 20,000 crore worth of items from foreign country. You can only buy 10,000 crore from foreign company. Balance 10,000 crore of business has to be with Indian industry. This is the thing which is catching up. Offset. This is called offset. That is when government spends big money, the importer, the exporter has to offset it by giving business to Indian companies to some percentage, maybe 20%, 30%, 50, up to 50%. There is offset allowed in defense right now. And recognition. Opportunity MSME tomorrow, there already there is a list of small scale industries kept in the office of all multinational companies. MNCs have a list of good, smart, small MSMEs in their secret database. And they know whom to contact because they are all recognized by MNCs, large scale industries. So MSMEs will have an assured business. Then comes the networking. What about the challenges? The challenge for MSME is, see, in the industrial state, there will be 100 small scale industries. All 100, hardly even 5 are network. That means they will be standalone. You want to do a casting, you go to a casting company. You want to do machining, go to machining company. Like that, you have to go. They are not networking among themselves. It is due to various reasons. Some of them are individual, like a proprietor is there, he will not like to another proprietor. Some of them may be commercial because he doesn't want to share his profit to somebody or add value to some other product. So there are many reasons. But the networking amongst MSMEs within themselves is still a challenge. This is what I am addressing. I am telling you how to overcome this challenge for the win-win situation. Now, management, of course, the MSME management is controlled by one individual, the managing director, or chairman, or whoever it is. Whereas for a good company, you require a professional management service. So you need a big professional man. That kind of a professionalism is not there, but that will come. It has to slowly come. Then another challenge is forming consortiums. So I told you, can you form consortium? See, one thing I liked in Pune, they have made a consortium of electronic industries in Pune. And they form a consortium and they bid, jointly they bid for a project. So such a consortium, I have not seen many happening in the country. I like that Pune's consortium of electronic industries to be more and more practiced in other cities and other states. Then the TOT, financing TOT fee. Whenever the government develops a technology, if MSMEs wants to produce it, market it, commercialize it, they have to pay transfer of technology fees. And this becomes a big hurdle for many MSMEs, they can't afford. So how to address this issue is the challenge. I will give some suggestions how to do it. Now, hiring of government services. I told you, they don't have infrastructure. They have to go to government facility. How do you pay for services? There is another challenge. There are solutions already identified for this hiring of government services. Skill generation is also, they can't afford to send people for upgrading their skill. Fortunately, now there is a Ministry of Skill Development. Many state governments have it. Central government has got it. And they are encouraging development of skill at government expenditure from private MSMEs. This is available. This is a good thing happened. Then cash flow management. MSME, the proprietor every day is worried. Today is 30th. Tomorrow I have to give salary. Do I have enough cash to give to my employees? This is the issue they have to handle all the time. They're worried. They're challenged. They have a sleepless night. Yeah. Karthik, next. Now, MSMEs, I like this flight path, how they have grown over the last 50 years. See, I told you, they were simple fabricators. And today, they have become They have the USP of spirit. I want to do something new. They will do innovation. They have done. They have participated in product development. They have done. They have add value. They have done. Deliver system. They have done. Now comes offset provision. I mentioned you. And last comes go global. See, if you see their flight trajectory from small company with only spirit and no support, it has grown continuously. Today, MSMEs have become a globally recognized entity in India and recognized by many countries in the world. This is what has happened. I call the flight path of MSMEs last 50 years. Next. Yeah. Now I will give some examples of defense items. How MSME's role is going to be very attractive for at least next 10-15 years. I foresee 10-15 years. What are the important products? See, LCA, you all know, light combat aircraft, and its variant. It's variant for the naval version. It's variant for the so Mark II, Mark III, different engine, different avionics, different radar. So that is one LCA. Then comes advanced medium combat aircraft. This is a much more powerful aircraft, which is the next already government has funded and it started going to come out. It is business for next 20-30 years. AMCA. Then unmanned combat aircraft. Again, government has given sanction. Just like a drone or a unmanned small aircraft. This is unmanned combat. This is almost like an aircraft, size of an aircraft, but unmanned, totally unmanned. It will carry bombs, it will carry guns, it will carry missiles, it will carry rockets, it will carry electronic warfare system. Everything a aircraft can carry, it will carry, but it will be unmanned. Because of one reason is people do not want to lose pilots who are very expensive, very critical. We should not lose pilots, but the unmanned combat aircraft should be able to do whatever a pilot can do. So that is going to already government has approved. And in another 30-40 years, you will have more and more unmanned combat aircraft than fighter and bomber aircraft what pilots are flying today. Less number of pilots' life will be in danger because of the unmanned combat aircraft. Then come transport aircraft. You all know Tatas are assembling the military transport aircraft in Hyderabad, C295. So that is a thing. Today earlier it was with HAL. Nobody thought other than HAL anybody can make an aircraft, assemble aircraft, transport aircraft. Today Tatas have got an order. Moment Tatas goes, it is the private sector. Tatas will use extensively all the MSMEs to augment their capabilities. This is the new thing that's happening. Then small UAVs, small drones, or anyway, you are seeing every day. Every day newspaper contains at least one article on drone. What happened, where, why? Then the next thing which is expected by government of India is our own passenger aircraft. Already government is in the process of funding and taking decision on passenger aircraft. And if that comes, you see the type of aeronautical jobs that will be coming into operation. And MSMEs have to be the people who will get maximum funding, maximum work, maximum profit, maximum employment. Next. Yeah, these are all missiles. I told you missiles. Already you have seen Prithvi, BrahMos. You have seen BrahMos. They want to export BrahMos. Then ship launch, Dhanush is there. Then surface to air missile, Akash is there. Agni is there. Then Nag missile is there. So you see the whole range. And in the area of missile systems, our country is self-sufficient. We are going to do any type of missile required. We will